You know, this is very helpful. But when I make videos or take pictures of myself, I really look stupid. I'm so tired of all this crap, including my eye, both of them. This one is terribly dry. And I've been told that this one is also terribly dry, but it doesn't ever hurt.
He was the first ever ABS challenge player. Is that how you say it? Fall for the first one.
And I still can't hear a thing out of this ear except for ringing.
So you will always be that guy. Trivia question, respectfully, 20 years from now.
And I think I've said this before, but I think, in fact, I'm certain that I've lost about half of my hearing in that ear. I noticed that from the moment that I got out of the surgery. And, of course, I think I've said this too, my eyesight has gotten worse since my surgery. And I am so sick and tired of this. I had no idea, and they never told me that half of my mouth would not work.
Walker comes to the plate quickly.
They told me that it would take a year for everything to be back to normal. And God damn it, that better include this and my eyes. And especially that. I am still completely numb on this side of my head because this is the ear that my surgery took place.
Captain versus El Capitan. Come on, buddy.
Thank God.
That's awesome.
Take a look at that. That is a huge TV that I bought about 2.5 years ago, and it was on sale, thank goodness. I only had to pay for it for 2 years because it was on sale, I think 50% off.
And about an inning ago, Haas and I both felt suddenly a strong, cool breeze.
If it wasn't for the size of that TV, I would never be able to even watch TV or read the words that is on the television.
Yeah, you see flags. It's a no-fly zone out there today. Not much is going to go out of the
But with none of my hearing going on in this ear except for ringing, and my eyesight is a little worse than what it was before.
Check this out at home, all my youngsters. We're getting a walking lead.
This is what I do.
In his legs as he's getting his lead versus getting 3 steps.
I just turn the volume off of both the TV and my sound system. Although I still leave the television on, because after this game I'll see which one I want to watch next. But this is what I do now when it comes to listening to a game. Not really watching it, but just listening to it. I'm either sitting on my porch listening to it, as I will show you. Unlock my door here. This door has never locked. So I have to keep a wire across the door handle to make sure that it stays shut. That's how fun it is to live in an apartment. I forgot my porch light was still on. But do you see those speakers in the windows? In the window? And there's much more than these. If you can see them. There's these as well. And so when I'm sitting on my porch and enjoying the weather, I have my sound system on and just listening to the games as I sit outside on my porch enjoying the nice breeze and just being outside. And I would do that right now if it wasn't raining again. And it is terribly cool out here. So, put this wire back around my door handle again. Okay, there you go. It won't open now. I also go back to my bedroom and I have the sound system hooked up to two different things. That radio that you see right there. And
even if you have the same first and third defense on, Ryan, it's
the radio that you see right there.
There's a possibility they change it up. You just get the free base.
And yes, with me only hearing out of one ear, and half of my hearing is gone out of this ear, like I have said, I need both radios hooked up to my sound system to listen to the game. And I have a sitting chair in my bedroom right there. Beside my bed.
Hard to think that one gets discredited by that. Good block by Salvi with Caballero at third. There's a lot of...
And I just sit down and listen to the games.
Yeah, great block here. Run on third. Third ball, Salvi knowing the changeup's coming, so you can see the...
One good thing about baseball is that you don't really have to watch it to understand what's going on.
Are you old enough to know Manny Sanguian?
You just have to listen to it.
There we go. Yep, Orlando, Florida. Judge runs, and it is
So as of this year at least,
without a throw, and
that is what I do most of the time.
bases for the Yankees. Entering tonight's second, and the
There's not too many times when I actually do watch the games.
Massey goes out. Isbell comes in.
Because of my eyes.
Looked like it wiggled around. inside of his glove, and Michael Wacha gets around 2 walks and 2 stolen bases.
Don't get it, Izzy. Never down.
You know, I know I've said this, I think, but the surgeon said that it will take a year before I get back to normal. They better know what in the hell they're talking about and what they're saying to me. Because if they're feeding me some BS, and I'm not back to myself again in a year.
It's not some hidden spring, but a current that flows through all things.
Unless my sister
Sometimes still. Each droplet
keeps me from doing it.
unique, rising and falling against a swirling sky.
And yes, I will admit, Penny is very good on keeping me calm.
But a rhythm, pulsing like life itself. I tell you, water doesn't strive to be young.
But I swear to God, I will not bite my tongue anymore, and I will tell the doctor exactly what I think
Finding youth, not in a location.
about them being wrong about so much stuff.
The fountain of youth, therefore, exists within us all. Because similar to water, we are always changing.
They said,
Always new. And
their exact words,
we are forever. Forever.
they were not sure exactly how much
Our
of my hearing would go back
from KCMO and the Royals
in this year.
out of the park in the city. Kirk wins $1,000.
Which means
If it's a grand slam out of the park, Kirk wins.
some of it better come back.
Sonic and the Royals, scan the QR code for more information on how to become a contestant.
And this better come to a stop as well.
Play for the final out of the 5th inning, with again the wind being
I'm tired of talking like this
all the way.
and looking stupid.
Isbell has priority being an outfielder over an infielder, but the wind just kept pushing it back toward the infield.
And my regular eye doctor better help me to see again clearly. Right here in Tahlequah. Because I'm tired of everything being damn blurry. And not being able to watch TV or be outside and look at stuff or anything else. I'm tired of everything being blurry.
Toyota trucks. Toyota. Let's go places.
I swear, man, if I had known what I have known now,
16 of 18. Royals have 2 singles against.
you know, the 2 surgeons said if you don't get it now,
from left-handed
done now,
to the opposite field.
you will have to get it done later. Well, I wish now, my God, I should have waited and just get it done later. If I was still alive even at that time.
Starting to get late.
But I can't go back in time now. What's done is done.
Again, Ryan, we want to dig into that bullpen, but looks like you got to do something on camp. That's low, 2-0. No walks, 5 strikeouts. So the grand total
Unreal.
this year in 4+ starts, 1 walk, 35 strikeouts.
And that one doctor, ear, nose, and throat,
If you're too patient,
and surgeon,
2 or 1-2. Yeah, what does that tell you?
better know what in the hell he's talking about when he says that he can hook up this ear with this ear and somehow make me hear in this ear as well as this one.
Especially when you know it's going to be in the zone, right? There's not a lot of walks. There's going to be a lot of fastballs. Every reason for me to be.
Because if he decides that he can't do that and there's no way of getting it done, I'm not going to be a fucking happy camper. I'm sorry for being blunt.
He was on that one and fouled it away. 3 balls, 2 strikes. A 7th round pick out of Northeastern University in Boston.
I mean, he looks like a first-round pick. And a
But I am so tired
Can't miss prospect.
Right.
Give him
in
9
every
million
single way.
to see it 3 months in the big leagues.
Not just physically, but mentally.
Bell is on with a walk.
And yes, I am very religious. Believe it or not, I'm a preacher's kid.
And now we get into the middle of the order with the Royals.
But I am worn out
Great at bat from Mike Bell.
spiritually.
Soto laid off a quality slider. Again, Wayne anticipating fastball. Just quality approach there. 2-1 down off the cutter, but you saw he was getting it going. And that discipline draw the walk.
I beg God, please let me
Ball
come
strike
home.
sinker. First pitch again.
And I did that even during before the second brain
Ball,
surgery.
then all of a sudden, boom, that sinker comes right back over the plate.
But I don't even think he hears the words that I say.
I'll tell you another thing too. You're just keeping an eye on Mike Bell here and trying to.
Because he's determined to make me stay here and be miserable
6'6", he's
and go through this kind of hell.
Certainly understand that to generate runs.
And I keep asking him why.
Slug. They're trying to create any way possible.
But he doesn't hear a word that I say,
That would have been a good pitch to run.
or he just doesn't care
When teams
to
have
answer
run
my
on the Yankees,
question.
they've been successful. They've thrown out just 5.
I only ask him to talk to me
Never seen Michael.
one time.
Walking lead. Michael getting his steps out there early.
But does he?
This ground. 2 different styles.
No. Because he doesn't care to,
Not running. And Junior.
or he's got way too many people talking to him at the same time and he doesn't hear a damn word I say.
And the Royals will have runners at second and third with 1 out.
That's a no catch, Ryan. This ball, we showed those flag blows earlier before this inning. That ball might be a home run if there's no wind blowing in. Let's get another look. Bobby put barrel on it.
Although it's very difficult.
Kind of coasted back to it. Aware of the wall. Kind of stutter steps there at the end.
We will see in a year,
Step caused his vision maybe to be a little blurry right there.
which is about
Let's see if the Royals can take
8.5 months from now.
The ABS. Or that was not the ABS. I'm sorry, I thought I had to read there on replay. I apologize, everybody. A little excited, Ryan.
If I'm back
This
to
is an
normal,
opportunity right here.
Did he start to peek for the wall a little too
like they
soon?
said,
The ball was descending into his glove.
Very well. That's what happens when you kind of coast after it. try
and
to
they
turn it
better
on.
know what they're talking about,
Like you said, Ryan, earlier in the
or
season,
else.
you get to that wall first and then kind of work your way back versus coasting and then panicking.
But once again, since I
Let's watch
can't
this
really
as the ball's going
see
to the
things
glove.
very good on television,
Stay as still as possible because you don't want it to mess up your vision.
thank God for the radios,
That peak
plural,
could have been the reason. It's not rocket
because you really don't have to see the game to understand what's going on,
Madison Bumgarner.
because they're that specific
Unless Vinny sends one into the
on
seats
telling
right
you
field.
exactly what is happening during the game.
Good idea. He was thinking the same thing, Ryan. Get it out there.
So I'm just in my bedroom, sitting
So base
in my chair
would tie the game. A home run.
with my windows
the lead,
open,
but at the very
and God,
end
it
of the year,
feels wonderful.
the Royals need to get
It's
at
in the
least 1 run.
50s, and a nice gentle breeze is coming through the window.
Strikeout pitcher is thinking otherwise. And it's 0-2 on Vinny.
Just listening to a Kansas City Royals and New York Yankees game.
Michael doing a phenomenal job of getting a secondary lead. Primary lead, a little shorter, and then expand to a secondary lead.
So as of right now, I'm considering this as my 4 months
And Vinny has hit the
video,
ball for an out to the right side, and he is single to the left side.
which will be April 18th,
Breaking ball.
which is, as of,
Will get a run, so it's not the best case scenario, but we have to make sure
how about that
and get
today?
something out of that drop ball in center field. So it's 2-1 with Junior at third base and 2 down.
Yeah, that's a win, Ryan. We knew
4 months
Michael
now.
was probably
as of today.
We had to get one any way we can. We needed contact. This is the reason Vinny Pasquantino drives in 100 year after year and will continue to. These at-bats right here, even when you're not...
In 2 months, things better start improving, because it will be 6 months,
And now pop up. The wind is going to grab this. 3 Yankees.
which is when I'm supposed to see my surgeons
It's a huge break for the Yankees.
again.
The wind on one hand hurt them because they weren't able to catch up to it, but then it helped them.
If things are not improving,
And look at all 3
and
people
have
going
not,
after it, kind of looking around. Nobody wanted to take ownership and call it. Man,
I'm gonna have a whole lot of questions.
we mentioned earlier we can take advantage of the Yankees. They've made 10 errors so far in this short season.
And it's up to Penny
Kind
to
of
keep
opened
me
the window for us
calm.
on Bobby Witt Jr.'s ball.
Serious.
Inches away from that being a fair ball. Tie game. So the Royals need to make that hurt. That's right.
I know I'm rambling now, so I'll shut up. Thank you for listening to me.
That'll be pushed into the crowd.
There's times when I just need to get things off my mind.
No balls and 2 strikes. Big game feel.
I hope you
Welcome to
understand.
the city. Seeing Royal hats, seeing pinstripes, and then packed stadium tonight.